Hello, I'm Manuel at OXI Instruments. 1 year ago, we launched our Indiegogo crowdfunding campaign, and now here we are with the product. Well, the OXI One is a MIDI sequencer, Eurorack Sequencer as well. It is also a controller for me because you have the arpeggiator, a chord, keyboard, roller. Okay, but mostly it's a sequencer. I have 2 units. One of them is controlling my Eurorack rig, and the second one is connected by Bluetooth. Just to show that you can have a quick jam with Bluetooth without needing any cable, and the clock is tight, which is something that concerns most people. Let me just stop this. You will see that. You will see no problem at all regarding the latency and all. But for this demo, I will use the Eurorack because it's a more complete system with CV and MIDI. Everything is going on on the place. So what makes the OXI special is the possibility to configure any of the sequencers in any of the available modes. At the moment, there are 5. When we launched, there were 4. Now there are 5. There is a mono sequencer, polyphonic sequencer, chord sequencer, and the last one, which is an stochastic sequencer. You can configure them to your needs, to your taste. You can have a jam with full use stochastic sequencers. You can have several multi-tracks in case you have different drum machines or whatever. So in this case, in this jam, I am using one multi-track to trigger samples, which would be triggering samples of the big box. The third sequencer is a chord sequencer, which triggers chords, of course, from a polyphonic module that I have here. Second one is a poly mode, so you can enter as many notes as you want. By the way, the sequence are 128 steps long. Well, another special thing of the OXI is the modulation options. You have LFOs, one per sequencer with different destinations, and a modulation with 4 modulation lanes for most of the sequencer, 8 for the multi-track sequencer, and the modulation lanes are now independent from the sequencer, so you can go crazy with the modulations on your rack, MIDI, whatever you want. And well, another feature, aspect of the OXI that people like is the randomizing and generative features, which include random, Euclidean, pattern generator, LFO, and the already mentioned modulation lanes. So let's do a quick jam. This is a mono track that is carrying the bass. The bass is harmonized to the chords. So I don't need to program a full bass, and I only need to set it to harmonizer, and the chords will do the work for us. So the polyphonic track is also being harmonized by the chords. So without effort, we can have a more interesting sequence without needing to program a lot of steps. By the way, the OXI has 8 CVs and 8 gates. They are all configurable, and there is a specific configuration layout for this purpose. All the signals, you don't see any cables because all the signals are going through our module, the OXI pipe, which routes all the signals into a comfortable module, so I don't have to patch and unpatch everything from the OXI every time I travel or whatever. This is another powerful feature, so you can make with your CVs whatever you want, from LFOs, modulations, for sure pitch, polyphony as well, trigger envelopes with attack and decay, and so on. So it's pretty powerful for a Eurorack system. It's a very complete solution. So you don't, as you can see, I don't have any modulation or sequencing stuff in my rack because the OXI does everything by itself. So nice. Thanks for your attention.